Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Friday Fishy Biz. Oh God, straight away the lights failed. Welcome to Fishy Business on a Friday night. Come on, you can do it. Where I'm about to organise a GoFundMe for a new light. How are we all tonight? I can't see the chat. Why can't I see the chat? Oh, bear with me, people. Let's see if we can see something. Hope you're all enjoying a tasty beverage. No streams are found to auto-activate. Really? Let's sign in. That's all going well so far. But I have a packed night in for you tonight. I can't remember my password. Bloody hell. No, it's not working. Okay, we might not be able to share the chats, but no worries. We're going to be half dark, chat free tonight, trying something new. But as well as that, we have the regular quiz. I have changed the format of Answer Smash. So we will still be smashing answers. Worry not, everybody. But I've changed it from the eliminator format back to a points format. And we're going to... Wake up! Graham, wake up! I'm awake, I'm awake. What's happened? I'm going to make it both an individual competition and a team competition. So we're going to do Europe versus the rest of the world. So when you sign in to do the quiz for Answer Smash, you'll be signing in to play individually and also as part of a team. So if you get pumped out straight away, you can continue to see if you can contribute points to your team. So we can put these pesky Yanks in their place, maybe. Or you can put us pesky Poms in our place, or whatever it is you call us. I don't know. So that's what we've got planned. We may also have an aquarium confession or two. I've just looked at that before clicking live, and we have 2 new confessions tonight. If you're interested in submitting your own aquarium confession, that is possible. I'm wondering now if I can just take this from here. Will that stretch up there? No, it won't. Brilliant. Okay, let's try. We're going to try something. Live plug changing. Let's see if that works any more long term. Not going to work now. I've just dropped it in my pint. That's a bit better. You can see me. Not that anybody really wants to see me, but you know, we can read chat. I just can't show them on screen. So who have we got in so far? We've got Wow Aquatics, who was in hours ago. Apple Gal's here. Mona Lee's here. Good evening. Good morning. Good afternoon. Just Average Dan's in. Evening from a soggy, damp, grim ship. Is it not mega soggy? Feels like it's been raining for like a month. I've got that thing where water's coming up through the floor in the garage. Hi from Sweden, says Gasmoths. Gaz, nice to see you. Jonathan with no plan says hello. Always nice to see some new names. Lee from a cold Bolton. Are we going to get a split screen of Megapond? No. Well, maybe. I've been testing some new things as well, so I've tried to move, if you've seen today's video, which I think will have been of interest to about 6 people worldwide. So I'm still here, don't worry. There's a little bit of a delay, but we're in Brian's tank tonight. And that cable did not make a difference, so it's the light that's broke. Hello. You can get Brian to talk a bit closer. I only thought about doing this 2 minutes ago because all the lights are out on Megapond, so that wouldn't work. So I thought we could try Brian, but we'll see. See how it goes. But until then, we won't. But I kind of quite like that. So all day today, I've had the GoPro running on one of my monitors, streaming to that monitor. So it's been like having the window to the tank right in front of me. So that's been pretty cool. I've enjoyed that. Still don't like it. I'd rather have a tank I can see in properly. But it's been nice. Just, you know how sometimes when you go and you purposefully look in a fish tank and all the fish are like, oh, what are you staring at? Oh, leave me alone. It's kind of feeling like you're doing a sneak peek, and like the fish, when I go up and have a look, you can see them like, oh, he's here, he's back again, guys, quick, hide. And then when I go away and it's just the camera, they're all chilling, doing their thing without me noticing, paying loads of attention to the camera, so the bass is like right up in its face, giving it, oh, what's going on? That's pretty cool to see some different behaviour, if nothing else. Right, where did I get to? Sorry. So no, we won't be having a split screen all night. I might work on this later though. Zenny's in, nice to see you. Graham, Holbrook 2, Monally, Applegal. The like button has been gently tapped on my end. Yes, if we could get a few likes on it. I can't see how many people have clicked like anymore. They've changed the layout of the screen. Audio and video also good. Excellent. We need 20 more people to hit the like button. It is free. Yes, I mentioned this last night. It's come to my attention recently. It's not going to last. It's going to go off again. Maybe it's the plug. Is it even? Doesn't even look like it's charging even though it's plugged in. Professional. But it's come to my attention recently that some people think you're charged to subscribe to a YouTube channel. You're very much not. It's as free as it is to watch a YouTube video, which I would encourage you all to do. Go and watch one of my videos, go and subscribe to my channel, go and create 3 more email addresses and subscribe to my channel with that as well. That'd be lovely. Who else have we got here? Applegal's buried in snow up to my waist. Rain would be terrible now. Oh, no. Brian Cam, it is indeed Brian Cam. Rutherford's in. NQ keeping fish. Mandy Lauren Armitage is in. Brian's clearly a bit camera shy tonight. He is a bit. So should we try again? He's getting closer. Maybe we'll give him a feed. So it's got this thing which I can't. Whenever you switch the source, it kind of resets itself for a second and just goes off. I've also just got the camera floating in the tank rather than attached to anything. That's why it's a bit shaky. Shaky cam. Brian. Brian's in a huff. I don't know what's going wrong. Doesn't look very clean, does it? So I've even had family members who've been like, oh, I'd love to subscribe, Graham, but you're not worth paying money for. Which is, yeah, I take your point. But no, it's absolutely free. You don't have to pay money. So, you know, if you've been watching, and because I think I'm only allowing subscribers to comment, and you want to comment, just click the subscribe button. It's absolutely free. I'll try again in a minute. So we've got quiz number 1 coming up around about past for my 250th stream. If I don't say so myself, or if I do say so myself. feel like I should have like marked that with some other kind of occasion. Because we had a big hullabaloo for my 100th stream. But I've not done anything for 200th stream. Let's see. I'm just going to try and sort out this comment thing because it's really annoying me. So just talk amongst yourselves for a second. I need to find my password.
What do points make?
Prizes.
Prizes.
Copy that. Right, let's try this again, shall we? Social Stream Ninja. Sign in. Sign out. Sign in. Graham Kerr. Two-step verification. Let's verify twicely. That is me, yes. Aquarium Adventures. Okay, we have signed in. Close this window after signing in. Closed. Checking if source needs a refresh. Does it? I don't know. Has anything happened? Quick, somebody chat. Okay, close that down. Try again. One more time. This is riveting stuff for everyone, I know. I don't know why it's not working. I don't know why it's not working. Oh well. Oh well. So, we were going to share the link to the quiz. That's what I was going to do. So, we're on number 250. 250 streams. That's like 250 weeks. A long time. That's what I'm trying to say. That was a long time. So that's the link to the quiz for anybody who is interested in playing that. Let me just load that up. Present trivia game. Move it out way. I'm going to have to do some live resizing here. I think I'd be better at it after 250 streams. I would actually know what I was doing. So we've got that coming up. The all new and super exciting version of Answer Smash as well. Also, I'm live streaming in two formats tonight. I'm live streaming in widescreen, so people who can see my hands right now, let me know. People who can't see my hands right now, let me know, because I'm also streaming in vertical. So we'll see that.
What do points make?
Prizes.
Prizes.
Mandy says, they call membership a subscription on other platforms and it confuses those who don't start on... Ah, right, okay, that can make sense. Yes, Malzan says they need to change subscription to follow. Yes, because I guess I get it, yeah. Subscription is usually a thing that costs money. But no, completely free. Average Dan says he clearly wants sprouts. I don't know if he does. He's just in a bit of a mood.
What do points make? Prizes.
He's taken away all the fish that he's been... I've taken away all the fish that he's tried to kill and he must be upset about it. So, yes, since last week, you'll notice that we're almost back to the normal complement of fish in this tank. I may still have to move that Oscar because I think he's starting to take an interest in him. But I've left in the smaller, the golden snakehead. Not snakehead. Stop saying snakehead, Graham. The golden wolf fish. He seems to leave it alone.
What do points make? Prizes.
Why is everybody asking for points? What's going on? Oh, are you preloading your points? Right, I get you, I get you.
What do points make? Prizes!
Right, I'll have to keep an eye on that.
What do points make? Prizes!
Right, so you all want your prizes. I get it, I get it. But what else has been going on, people? Let me know. I've got some potential news to share. Not news. I think I've got a plan for Mega Tank. And I want to talk it through with you and see whether or not you think it makes any sense whatsoever. But shall we start off with do one before the quiz and one after the quiz? An aquarium confession. I haven't read them yet, so they could be rubbish. So apologies in advance. Let's start a poll. How do we start polls again? So we're going to go with absolve. So that's why we let people know whether or not we're going to absolve them. But don't vote until you've heard the confession. Welcome to Aquarium Confession Booth. This is where I listen to your confessions and we as a community judge what has been put forward. Tonight we have 2 new confessions. This is the first of the 2 new confessions. Let me load it up. Remember, this is a safe, judgment-free place where we judge you. Me in the chat might offer you some advice or ultimately just absolve you of your fish keeping sin. The goal isn't to shame anyone, it's just to learn and laugh. Submit in the links in the description any of your confessions. I will ask you a bunch of questions and I'll just go through them on stream like this. So, confession number 1 is, let me load it up, submitted by Amanda. So they have the bravery not to go completely anonymous. So Mandy, Zen Ginger. Am I reading too much into that? But Amanda says, my first question, what is your fish keeping confession? My boyfriend was into marine tanks. Nothing would make him happier that a new fish... I'll start again. My boyfriend was into marine tanks. Nothing would make him happier than a new fish or coral, so I started learning more about them and picking up the odd frag or fish from our local store for him. I found myself going there more and more, and that I could get good prices from a cute guy in the store if I flirted with him a little and let him tell me about all the different things that I needed to know. One thing led to another, and for a short time I had 2 boyfriends, if you know what I mean. Oh, this isn't what I expected, but okay. I was feeling so racked with guilt, I guess that's meant to, I was feeling so racked with guilt about cheating on my boyfriend that I ended it with the fish store guy and confessed to my boyfriend. He was absolutely gutted, but not for the reason I thought. It turns out they knew each other, of course they did, and that he told my boyfriend I was flirting with him. All my boyfriend cared about was getting free fish and corals, and he told his buddy that as long as I was buying him fish he didn't care and that he should go for it. Okay, so that is the confession. My next question is, looking back, did you learn anything? Is there a lesson, or was it just chaos? Amanda says, I'm now happily married, but my husband buys his own fish. And the final question, do you seek absolution for your fish keeping sins? Amanda says, I deserve judgment, but I will accept forgiveness. There you go. Another fish keeping confession for you to pass judgment on now. So, how to unpick this one? Amanda starts buying her boyfriend stuff by fluttering her eyebrows at the guy in the fish shop. Cheats on her boyfriend with the guy in the fish shop, but the boyfriend's fine with it. They're all as bad as each other here. This is a bit like the my wife's dead. Not my wife's dead. I bought an aquarium and told it was gifted to me by my dead colleague from previous weeks. You can go back and watch that one if you want. But okay, right, folks. I think this is fairly cut and dried. What do we think? Are we absolving Amanda? Let's have a look and see what we say. Zenny says, not this Amanda. My hubby would be very upset if I had a boyfriend. Stevie P says, who is Zenny's boyfriend? So her sin is having a conscience. Yeah, well, that's a good point, Stephen. I mean, her sin, she kind of tried to absolve herself by coming clean, and then it turned out their sin was just as bad if they were both in on it and knew what was going on behind her back. Is it really cheating if it was just flirting? Well, I think there were two comments, two boyfriends at one point, if you know what I mean. I think that means she was doing the dirty on her boyfriend. Mal says, I had visions of Juice Bigelow asking for snails from the bottom of the tank. What can't you find in Q? Is it the link to the Aquarium Confessions? Let me see if I can quickly share it with you. So anyone that wants to submit their own confessions, that is the link to submit your confessions. Yes, it's cheating if you're flirting, says Teresa. Zenny says, this feels like the failed original script for Indecent Proposal. You can have my wife as long as I can have those zoas over there. Maybe she was selling herself too cheaply. So, we've got 6 minutes to get up to the quiz, people, and then before we start the quiz, we will decide on the absolution or not of Amanda. Amanda, Zenny. To be fair, I wouldn't question my girlfriend started turning up with you, Fish. I'll bet you there's loads of people that would be like that. Right. Currently, the poll is sitting at, should we absolve Amanda? Yes, 70%. No, 30% with 20 votes in. I don't think we're going to get many more to change their mind. So, Amanda, if you're watching, I absolve you with the power of my community. Hopefully you've picked better with your husband. Right, that was your Aquarium Confession number 1. We've got another one to come up. I like to read them blind too, so I'm not going to look at the other one either until we do it. But we're going to do the what's the word? The quiz first. That's what the word is. I'm going to also try and see if I can see what's going on with this light here. Why would you not be working? I need a longer cable because it has to plug in there. That's not going to work. That's not longer. That light is brighter than the sun. That one's now just dark. Annoying. Adam says, and this is why I have no desire to date again. Right.
Oh, my balls.
Oh, my balls. What's happened? We've had another... That's 2 days in a row I've had a super chat. Thank you very much. Teresa's super chatted £2 saying love this. Oh, thank you, Teresa. Yeah, I did a bit of an impromptu stream yesterday to test out the new camera and see if it was working. And somebody super chatted me there as well. Thank you. I will love that. I can react to that. Still annoyed that I can't actually share the comments, but who knows? Right, we have there is the what's happened there? Ah, that's what's happened there. Ah, there's me. Right, there's the scanny thing for those of you that like to scan the scanny things. That came up because I added that as a source when I was making that video earlier today. Just remove that. There are 14 of you in to play the quiz at the moment. Brian is not the scanny thing. You're quite right. Yeah, I think Brian's a bit put off by the camera. He's not into it. Hi, buddy. I keep messing with your fish tank. You're getting a bit upset with it.
Oh, my balls.
We'll give it one last go. Applegal with the super chat as well. Thank you very much. Well, that's quite a good image there. So that's Brian side on, and he's just about the width of this tank. So I'd reckon he's only a couple inches short of 2 feet now. So when he stretches out fully, yeah, there's not much in it, is there? Right, last call, last call. Oh, thank you for the $5 donation for helping with the new mega tank. Thank you very much. Oh, Mandy, I'm loving it. People that have already requested their member points, and yes, they are all member. Get in there straight away. That's what I should be doing in this time while I'm asking you all to go in and make sure you have joined the quiz. I can be adding member points
Oh, my balls.
to Lauren, Applegal. Someone else done a thing as well. Dan's donated as well. Jeez, oh, thank you, Dan. Right, calm down, everyone. Teresa, Stephen, me, Dan, Lauren, and Apple. Teresa, say that again slowly. Teresa, Stephen, me, Dan, Lauren, and Apple. Teresa, idiot. Stephen, Dan. Zinny McGinger. Where's Zinny McGinger? I can't see a Zinny McGinger. Are you not playing? Teresa.
What do points make? Prizes!
Right. Teresa, Stephen, me, Dan, Lauren, and Apple. Teresa, Stephen, me, Dan, Lauren, and Apple. 6 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I can't see there's any McGinger anywhere. Lauren, Applegal, Stephen P, Just Average Dan, Teresa, Mona Lee, The G's, Strabo, NQ, Fishkeeping Easy, Error 404, Brian Says, Rehome Graham, Maddie 9, Elaine, Craig, Hillstream Blues, Bandit Aquatic, Lemoy, and Victra. Victra 619's back. Nice to see you, Victra. You've only posted the Google Doc for Aquarium Confessions. I don't have I've posted a link to the quiz as well. In fact, the scanny thing is on the screen. Hang on. I'll get the link.
Oh, my balls.
Coffee link address. There is a link for anyone else that's trying to get in. I'll give you another couple of minutes. Another super chat. Mona Lee has donated £5. I might as well join in. Here's to Mega Tank Revival. Thank you very much, Lee, Dan, everyone. This, you do not need to do this. It's hugely appreciated, but thank you very much. If we could do this every week, though, then I could quit my job. No, but thank you. That's awesome. Thanks, everyone. I will fill you in after the quiz on what my plans are for Mega Tank. I think I've decided, and I think I've come up with a plan as well. So hopefully we'll get there. Lee would like me to explain that pop-up of me coming out of the wall. So that is from a video from many moons ago. I can't remember what the video was about, but basically, just behind me here, go on big face for a minute. Through that door is the front of my garage, and then there's a hole in the wall that you see me popping out of that takes me behind that wall. So it's like the under the rest of the house. So this is the garage, but there is just void. It's like under the floorboards of the house. And sometimes I have to like where I have my wastewater going into a water butt here, I pump it out of this room under the house and out to some tanks in the back of the garden. So I had to run the cables there, or running the CCTV lines, or running the water lines, or whatever it is that I'm doing. Sometimes I have to go back there, and I had gone back there for something. It got stuck as I was coming back out and trapped my balls. There's no nicer way to say it. So my wife gleefully videoing me trying to get out of this tiny little hole. Big man getting out of a small hole, trapping my balls, and I came out going, "Oh, my balls!" as I came out. Hence that. So there you go. Right, have we got everybody in now? Let's see. I can see as any McGinger. There we go, 75 points. So I think that's everybody that's a member. So to explain the membership thing, if you're a member and you play the quiz, you get an extra 75 points. There's a little bit of an incentive to become a member. Pay to win. So I think we've got everybody now. Did I see someone else saying it? They wanted it. Mona Lee. I've not done Lee. Okay. Lee. Have I done you? Have I not done you? I have not done you. There you go. So I have added so far Lauren, Applegal, Mona Lee, Stevie P, Just Average Dan, Teresa, and Zenny McGinger all have their member points. Are we ready to get going with the questions? Here they come, 20 questions. Number 10 and 20 are gambling questions. Good luck, everybody. Let's get started. I'm going to struggle to read chat at the same time. Yeah, well, maybe I can do... Oh, no, I can do a thing. Pop out to chat. That's what we'll do. Put chat there. NQ Keeping Fish has done a confession. Oh, maybe we'll read yours as well after the quiz gets on. Right, here we go. This is my 250th stream. Maths question. If every stream is 2 hours, approximately how many days have I live streamed? So if you were to add them all up together, how many days would that be? That'd be 12 days, 2 days, 500 days, or 21 days. You don't know. You think it's either 500 days. So if I stream for 2 hours, 250 times, you think that adds up with 500 days? No. It's 21 days. It works out to 20.8333 recurring days if you add all those 2 hours up. So yeah, 500 hours, not 500 days. Lauren with the fast fingers in first place, closely followed by Stevie P. Everyone else didn't read the question. Moving swiftly on to number 2, let's not dwell on that. Slovenia, Macedonia, and Montenegro are all countries that were once part of the former Czechoslovakia, Soviet Union, Swaziland, Yugoslavia. Another geography one for Zenny. Don't want to get carried away after winning last week. Slovenia, Macedonia, and Montenegro are all countries that were once part of A, B, C, or D. You think... Oh, you're not sure whether it's Czechoslovakia or Yugoslavia. It is, in fact, Yugoslavia. Yugoslavia existed as a Central European country between 1918 and 1992. Nations of Bosnia, Herzegovina, Croatia, Montenegro, North Macedonia, Serbia, Slovenia, and the Republic of Kosovo emerged in the early 90s. Aquarium Delirium says 22 days if you include the drunken sleepover. Yes, we don't talk about that though. Stevie P takes the lead, 220 points. Lauren in second, and Harry in third place. Question number 3. What action movie actor played Mr. Freeze in 1997's Batman and Robin? Was it Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jean-Claude Van Damme, or Bruce Willis? What action movie actor played Mr. Freeze in the 1997 Batman and Robin? You all think it might be Arnold Schwarzenegger. Because it is. Of course it is. Batman and Robin, Arnold Schwarzenegger took on the role of Mr. Freeze. The miscasting is still talked about to this day as one of the worst of all time, though it did spawn many memes over the years. I don't think it was as bad as all that, or as any other one. Is that done to the scores? Looking good, everybody. Error 404 mysteriously all the way down in 18th. Big Willie hit to score a point. Question number 4. What magical land did this white witch freeze in the 100 Years' Winter? Was it Narnia, Middle-earth, Terabithia, I don't know how to say that, or Hyboria? I shall get a refreshment while you think about it. What magical land did this white witch freeze? Ooh, almost everyone going for Narnia. It was Narnia. The White Witch appears as the villain in both of the C.S. Lewis books and the 2005 movie, The Chronicle of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Well done, most people. Zenny's a little sad that Arnold's the only thing she's got right so far. As long as you get question 10 right, then it doesn't really matter. You're still in with a shout. Question 5. What breed of dog is this lovable comic strip pooch? Marmaduke, if you're wondering. Is that a Great Dane, a Cane Corso, a Mastiff, or a St. Bernard? What breed of dog is Marmaduke? Oh, almost everybody going for Great Dane. And it is indeed Great Dane. Just average Dan getting that. 93 points. Some fast fingers. Question number 6. Which popular sports brand uses this tagline and logo? Is it Columbia, Puma, Reebok, or Under Armour? Or if you're American, Columbia, Puma, Reebok, or Under Armour? Back in a second. Found a big cable. So what do we think? Columbia, Puma, Reebok, or Under Armour? Everybody, bar one person, one poor person, going for Puma. It was Puma, sorry. I meant to show you the correct answer. Let me see how to plug this in. Samantha making it into the top 3 behind Lauren and Stevie P. There we go. I think we decided it wasn't the cable, was it? But I'm plugged into a different thing, so we'll see. Right. I'm all discombobulated. Where am I up to? Question 7. There we go. Which of these was never a colony of Portugal? Was it Angola, Ivory Coast, Mozambique, or Macau? Which was never a colony of Portugal? Robert Kerr. It's definitely the light then. My light's buggered. Although all these super chats tonight, I'll be able to buy a new one. Thank you very much. Hello, Dad. How are we doing? Bandit Fishing says, after the last 4 weeks of me joining in, I'm just coming to the terms with the fact that I'm shite at general knowledge. Which of these is not a Portuguese colony, or never has been? Oh, a bit of not sureness. But 11 of you are correct. It was Coast, Ivory Coast. Do you ever? It's hard to say that. A French colony from 1893. Somebody wants some prizes. Adam. What are we called these days, Adam? I'll add you in. What could you be called? You, Brian says, rehome Graham. Don't know who you are. It's a new month. Should I assume your Brian says rehome Graham? Don't see any Adams, so we'll do the next question. But if you could let me know who you are, what your username is, Adam, I will add your points in on the next one. I'm assuming your Brian says rehome Graham. Yes, you said. Brian says rehome Graham. Oh, you're a nice, easy to add up thing as well. 400 points. There you go. Question number 8. What semi-autonomous arpeggio is best known as being the birthplace of Queen frontman Freddie Mercury? What semi-autonomous archipelago? That's hard to say as well. Archipelago. No? Why do I not know how to say that? I should know how to say that. Let's rearrange this. Where's Freddie Mercury from? Fiji, Solomon Islands, Tahiti, or Zanzibar? Archipelago. What?
Archipelago.
Archipelago? No. Archipelago.
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 No. Archipelago, surely.
Archipelago.
You're wrong, Google. Anyway, where's Freddie Mercury from? 8 for Solomon Islands, but 14 for Zanzibar. It is Zanzibar. Zanzibar, the semi-autonomous archipelago. Famous for its pristine beaches and spice markets. There you go. Archipelago. Yeah. You know, it's one of those words that you read it and you go, that's not how that sounds. Samantha takes the lead. Applegal chasing in second place. Stevie P demoted to third. Question number 8. 9. What cosmetics company has been pondering maybe she's born with it since 1991? Is that Clairol, Maybelline, Revlon, or Sephora? Maybe she's born with it. Bunch of Islands. Yes, I should have just gone with that one. Thank you, Adam. Where were you 2 minutes ago when I was making a fool of myself? Maybe she's born with it. Maybe that's Maybelline. It is Maybelline. Well done, most people. So, the leaderboard before we go into the first gambling question. Samantha in top spot with 665 points. Stevie P, 620 points. And in third place, Applegal with 617 points. And all the others you can see before you, where number 10 is the first of the gambling questions. So you get to gamble any amount of the points that you want. You'll be given a cryptic clue, which will probably be of no use to you. But if you don't bet any points, you can't lose any points, but you also can't win any points, even if you get the question right. So it is up to you. Has the daughter dragged you down Meadowhall to have a look at Sephora this week by any chance? No, I went the day it opened and stood in the freaking queue for 5 hours. That was about an hour. That was an experience. They had people going around just throwing makeup at me, and I was like, oh. And then after a while, they obviously started targeting you, and they were coming around saying, this is like some anti-aging cream. And I was like, all right, okay, cheers. And then the next guy would get like, I don't know, some blush or whatever. They would only ever offer me anti-aging wrinkle cream or like hair treatments. And I'm like, hello, I'm only here because of her. Why? Stop picking on me. This is bullying. Leave me alone. Not that old. But I've got a lot of it, so if anybody wants any. Anyway, here it comes. Question number 10. A question of cats. What could that mean? Decide how many points you want to bet. Let's see how you do. First bit of strategy for you. What is the favourite food of this surly comic page feline? Is it hamburglers, spaghetti, lasagna, or sushi? What is the favourite food of this surly comic page feline? Is it hamburgers, spaghetti, lasagna, or sushi? I suspect there's a lot of people going, I wish I'd gone all in on this one now. What do we all think? Oh, most of us going for lasagna. It is lasagna. Well done, most people. What has that done to the scores? Stevie P takes the top spot. 1,240. Less than 40 points behind those. Average Dan and Lauren, the Armitage clan, are representing. Oh, what happened to... Who was it that was in top spot? You haven't got it wrong, have you? Vectra got it wrong. They didn't know about lasagna being the favourite food. Samantha's dropped down to 5th. She obviously didn't gamble all her points. But never fear. If you've lost some points there, they can all be made up in the next 10 questions. Here we go, into half 2. Question 11. What does the M stand for in the streaming protocol RTMP? Those of you who watched my video today may have an advantage here. I'm going to start doing more of this, including little snippets and facts from my videos to see if people watch them more. I seem to have two audiences, people who watch my videos and people who come on the live stream. There's a very small amount of crossover. But this is a bit of a shitty question because I didn't know this because I got it wrong in the video and I had to put it in the edit afterwards. What does the M stand for in the streaming protocol RTMP? 10 of you have gone messaging, 12 of you have gone media, 4 for megabit, and none for mild. The answer is messaging. RTMP is the real-time messaging protocol, a communication protocol for streaming audio, video, and data over the internet. At least says I watched it, I was lost in the IT stuff. That's quite all right. I expected that that was a video that I shot, edited, put out in less than 2 hours, I think. It was just a little bit of a, this isn't going to appeal to my core audience. I'll just throw it out there because it might be useful to someone. Because I was scouring the internet for how to stream from underwater. And how to set up. It's all like phones, GoPros, they all let you stream direct to YouTube, but then you can't use any of the OBS stuff. So I thought if it helps one person, that'll be useful. Anyway, question number 12. If a baseball team and a cricket team played against each other, how many players would be on the field? 20, 17, 22, or 27? So basically, add up how many people on a cricket team, how many people on a baseball team, smash them. No, don't do that. Mal says, I'm guessing next week questions will relate to tarp. I do know a lot about tarps at the moment, turns out. If a baseball team and a cricket team played against each other, how many players would be on the field? Oh, 22 being the most popular answer. So 3 going for 20, 5 for 17, 4 for 27, and 13 for 22. The answer is 20. There are 9 people on a baseball team, 11 people on a cricket team. Mandy's now trying to quickly subtract her. Who the heck answered odd numbers for 2 teams? Because you could have 9 and 9, 9 and 10, 9 and 11, 9. So it could easily be an odd number. There's an odd number of people in a cricket team. So Stevie P done by the sports ball question. Dan done by the sports ball question. Shrabo done by the sports ball question. Teresa totally nailed it. Who else got it right? Brian says Rehome Graham and Craig all getting it. Well done to you lot. I go for quick answers, not accurate ones. I like it. Question number 13. What city would you be in if you were standing on the Spanish Steps? Would you be in Rome, Madrid, London, or Barcelona? Where would you be if you were on the Spanish Steps? A reminder, if you are planning on hanging around for the second quiz. We're mixing up the format a bit, which I believe will need some explanation. But we're going to do Europe versus the rest of the world, Ryder Cup style. Where would you be if you were on the Spanish Steps? Oh, we're not sure. 10 for Rome, 6 for Madrid, 5 for London, and 6 for Barcelona. I mean, it would make sense that it was a Spanish place, but it doesn't make sense. It's Rome. The Spanish Steps are in Rome. I don't know why I chose a big bird picture for that. Oh, it's because he's sitting on steps. Okay. The Spanish Steps are in Rome. Dan takes the top spot. Look at that. Obviously not sharing his answers with Lauren tonight, who misses out. Question number 14. Which animal has the longest gestation period? Oh, an elephant, an orca, a giraffe, or a sperm whale? Which animal is pregnant longest? Oh, we think it's either an elephant or a sperm whale. The answer is, it's the elephant. The elephant is 22-month gestation period. These are averages. A sperm whale is 18 months. An orca is 16 months. And a giraffe is 15 months. Dan getting that one. Adam getting that one super fast. Sandy getting 2 points on that one. Well done, Sandy. Scats in. Boots and cats and boots and cats. Rachel's in with a fast answer as well. Question number 15. Which NFL team has played the most Super Bowls with 11 appearances? 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 Appear. Appearance? Appearance? No. Appear? Appears right. Appearance. No, that's not right. What's the word? I appear. I made an appearance. No. I have appeared. I appear. I made an appearance. Appearance. Appear. Appearance. Yeah. Sorry, everyone. I'm having a bit of a mental breakdown. Which NFL team has played in the most Super Bowls with 11 appearances? Why, I've done it again. Appearance. Sorry. Where is Rebecca to tell it's actually a salamander? Well, do you know that apparently an octopus has had a 4-year pregnancy? It's been found, not pregnancy because it's not really pregnancy, but guarding eggs for over 4 years, and apparently there's some kind of frilly shark or something that can go for years because they go into a hibernation state because of the cold waters, etc. Appearance. Thank you, Mandy. Words have got me tonight. I don't get it. So which NFL teams played the most Super Bowls? The New England Patriots, Pittsburgh Steelers, Dallas Cowboys, San Francisco 49ers. That's because the Super Bowl's this weekend, apparently. My one time a year I will watch American football and go, I don't know what's happening. You think it's the Patriots? It is the Patriots. Well done, some people. Please don't stroke out on live. That would really bum me out. I think I'd be quite upset about it as well. Is that what's happening? Am I having a stroke? What did they say? You smell toast or something? No. What's the stroke? Fast. Face? Face is fine. Well, as fine as it can be. Face. What's the A in fast? What's the S in fast? Speech. I'm going to have to look that up now. Face, arms, speech, and time to call 999. I'm fine. Yeah, arms are good. Face is as good as it's ever going to be. Speech, that could be the beer. I'm going to blame it on the beer. We'll be fine. Right. Question number whatever, 16. What word is an adverb in this sentence? Jane whispered quietly in the library. Is it Jane whispered quietly or library? Inability to pronounce appearance. Oh, it's done again. Inability to pronounce appearance is not a stroke symptom, it turns out, thankfully. What word's the adverb? Jane whispered quietly in the library. You all think it's quietly. It's because it's quietly. Well done. I'm begrudgingly watching the sports ball for the halftime and the ads. See, when we watch it, I don't know, I just fall asleep when this happens. We don't get the ads. We just get the football, and it's bloody annoying. It's every 2 minutes. We're like back to Colin in the studio where they talk bollocks for 20 minutes, and then it starts another 5 minutes of play, and then another break, and then another. It's infuriating. I could not watch American football. The only thing about proper football is it starts, it goes all the way, and it ends. The only way they can get any fuckery about it is to have a 4 hour build up to the game, a little bit at halftime, and a 4 hour build down at the end of it. They can't mess around with the actual game. Whereas American football, it's just all over the place. Anyway, sorry, Americans. Question number 17. Not counting pawns, how many total pieces is the sum of all kings, queens, rooks, bishops, and knights on both sides of a chessboard? Worst sport going, says Dave Gay. I always make a special exception to watch it for the Super Bowl, because if it's going to be a good game, surely it's going to be the biggest game of, or maybe is that a fallacy, because there's so much on it that they don't play the best games. Who should I be supporting? I need someone to, I always like to put a bet on as well, just so as I've got some kind of something to be interested in. I'll put on like £2 or something, but come on, chat, you can tell me who I should be supporting in the Super Bowl this weekend. Anyway, how many non-pawn pieces are on the board? You think it might be 16? It is 16. There's 1 king, 1 queen, 2 rooks, 2 bishops, 2 knights. That is 8. And both sides is 16. Question number 18. Which of these Southeast Asian countries uses the ringgit as its currency? Is that Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, or Vietnam? Mal says, yeah, it's weird here. You get a picture of the stadium, generic stadium noise, while the extra advertising is happening. I know. Sometimes we even get to hear the American commentators when they get cut off by adverts. I don't know if you've ever noticed that, but sometimes the American commentators are like, oh yeah, that was Tom Brady did it. Oh, Tom Brady thing. He caught the ball and he threw the ball and then he caught it himself. Oh, it's amazing. And they get cut off by the adverts. And they're like, ah, fuck, we've been cut off by the adverts, Tom. And then we hear all that. And we're like, oh, are you meant to be saying that? Anyway, where is the ringgit used? Is that Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, or Vietnam? You're not sure if it's Indonesia or Malaysia. It's Malaysia. The Malaysian word ringgit comes from the obsolete term meaning jagged. There you go. Dan keeps his first spot place only a few ahead of Stevie P, though. The only reason to watch American football is for the quizzes the following week. Penultimate question time. Which of these animals is collectively known as a band? Is it cobra, crane, coyote, or crocodile? Is it a band of cobras, a band of cranes, a band of coyotes, or a band of crocodiles? The pros are playing in the Olympic hockey tournament. Oh yeah, the Winter Olympics have just started. I was watching the opening ceremony before I came down for this. Which of these animals is collectively known as a band? Ooh, 17 of you going for coyote. It's coyote. A typical band of coyotes features anywhere between 3 and 10 coyotes. Coyote, 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 coyote. It's another word. Doesn't sound right. You should support the Detroit Spinners this year. That's not a thing, surely. Rachel says, my state doesn't have a team, so most people here like the Seahawks because they're in the PNW. Popular northern wasteland? Private, never wet. No. Proper, now, watch. Pacific Northwest. Aha. DVP's in top spot, only a few points ahead of just average Dan. Strabo and third. Craig, Lauren, Brian says Rehome, Graham, Applegal, Zenny McGinger, all in the top 10, and someone else that I couldn't get there. This is the final question. Pacific Northwest. I knew I'd get there in the end. Again, here's your cryptic clue coming. Bet what you feel comfortable with. Which of these Australian mammals is... Oh. I read the question before you had a chance to wager. Popular northern wasteland is more correct than Pacific Northwest. Which of these Australian mammals is not classed as a marsupial? Is it a echidna, a kangaroo, a koala, or a wombat? Which of these is not a marsupial? What do we think? Is it the echidna, the kangaroo, the koala, or the wombat? Which of these is not classed as a marsupial? Oh, 16 of you have gone for echidna. Nobody for kangaroo. I think that's wise. 8 koalas and 2 wombats. The correct answer is echidna. Echidna is a fascinating egg-laying mammal called a monotremes and is not classed as a marsupial mammal. Now you know. What's that done to the scores? In third place, Lauren with 2,894 points. In second place, Dan Pips, his partner to the post, with 3,286. But your winner tonight, Stevie P 2003. With all the threes, Stevie P 3336. Well done, Stephen. So, everyone, congratulations to Stephen while I do some live spreadsheeting. And export to player rankings, and then open up the player rankings and move that over there. Get rid of that. Copy that. Why are you so wide? Minimize that. Why are you so wide as well? Why is Excel very wide today? So that was the standings as of last week. We put in the week 2 scores. Stevie P takes the top spot ahead of Zenny McGinger by about 100 points. Then Dan just behind that, Lauren just behind that, and Mysterious Error 404 just behind that. Brian says Rehome Graham makes up number 6. AI Robot. How's AI Robot? AI Robot was from last month, surely. John, Craig Rutherford, and John McGinn picking up your top 10. Where did the AI Robot come from? Oh, AI Robot played week 1. So, did you change your name? What's happened here? That's what's confused me. Brian says Rehome Graham and AI Robot should be added together. Is that right? So these 2 points, that's 5322. You would actually be in 3rd place, I think, if that's right. But congratulations all. One more round of applause for Stephen. What a performance. What a performance. If I win the month, I request a multicolour 1:1 scale 3D print of Brian with 100% infill. Whoa. I could probably do that. I mean, I'd have to do it in 2 prints at least. I don't think my bed's big enough. The GoPro isn't connected to a battery, so it has gone to sleep, so I can't do an internal shot again for us. I did download some 3D scanning software for my phone a while ago, or like a year ago, with the intention of scanning some things and trying to do a bit of 3D printing like that, but maybe that could be a thing to have a go at. I might do some smaller scale versions, but first. I am in the US and I watch the news. Seattle and Portland are doing their best to make it a wasteland. Meow. We're getting them all to go against each other. Spiritual Reefer, he's in. Nice to see you, Harry. How we doing? I've been getting a bit of an itch. It's been going on a decade since I've kept a reef tank. I have no space for one. I have no money for one. I've been getting a bit of an itch that I need to scratch. Oh. Boots and Cats made it about halfway up with only 6 questions, so I'm happy. Yeah, no, you've done well there. Right, we'll do one more confession, and then we're going to go straight into... I'm really looking forward to this, so hopefully you will all hang about for this. We'll go straight into Answer Smash, which has a new twist tonight. So those of you who have only come here for Answer Smash, what has happened is I've changed it from an eliminator style, so you stay in, and we're just going to count points. We've also changed it to a team event, so it's going to be Team Europe versus rest of the world, so kind of Ryder Cup style. So you're playing for yourself and you're playing for your team. Hopefully it'll work. You're a tad out of focus. Is it focusing on the fish again? It's because my lights keep breaking. So it keeps trying to focus on them. We're on autofocus. We're going to run with it. It'll be fine. Graham, don't skip the comments. Are the points correct? It's only the first week. Is it? Oh yeah, good point. Yeah, the points aren't correct. If this is only the first week, you're quite right. Let me just quickly do this. Just as well you're here, really. Make you a moderator or something. There we go. There you go. Stevie P, Just Average Dan, Lauren, Brian Says Rehome Graham, Zane McGinger, Error404, Craig, John, Applegal, the G's. I don't know what had happened. I must have not deleted week 1 and just got confused. I confused myself. These things happen. So, yes, isn't it the first week of the month? It is indeed. Not anymore, it was on the mic. Right, yeah. Keep that out of the way. Right, so we're going to do the fishkeeping confessions, aren't we? Welcome, one and all, the fishkeeping confessions. We'll get to the responses. We did Amanda's confession earlier on tonight, where we heard about her promiscuous confession. This one, as always, the Fishkeeping Confession is a judgment-free place where we will judge you on whether or not we absolve you of your fishkeeping sin. I will start a poll saying absolve, yes or no. Wait until you hear what the confession is before you make your decision. We're not shaming anyone, we're just having a bit of fun. Hopefully learning something. Let's see how we get on. This one is from Anonymous. So, as always, I ask 3 questions. How should we refer to you? What is your confession? And did you learn anything? So this one has been submitted by Anonymous in the last week. What is your fishkeeping confession? I told my wife I bought a second and third fish tank because I was depressed and the hobby was one of the only things that was keeping me going. The other one being her. This worked out fantastically as now I need only to say... that doesn't make sense. I'll start that again. This has worked out fantastically as now I only need to say I'm thinking of buying a new tank and she initiates sexy time. Oh dear. I'll try that again. This has worked out fantastically as now I only need to say I'm thinking of buying a new tank and she initiates sexy time straight away to avoid me buying another tank. I feel like I've unlocked some kind of secret to life. Oh, Anonymous, you have unlocked a secret to life. So my next question is, looking back, did you learn anything? Is there a lesson? Anonymous says, I don't want to question the morality. I have several fish tanks and a loving wife. I have one at life. And do you seek absolution for your fish keeping sins? Anonymous says, I regret nothing. So, I mean, I don't think there's a lesson to learn from this one, if I'm quite honest. I'm interested in the backstory, though. How did we get to the point of... There must have been a point where... Where'd that fish come from? I was feeling a bit down. Oh, and you just bought yourself a fish tank. Well, it's the only thing that keeps me going. Oh, it's the only thing. And you, my love. And how... Oh. Hey, if it works for you. Happy marriages come in several different forms. We've got 100% absolve on the poll. I think this one's a bit cut and dry. Anonymous, you've done well. Oh dear, that made me laugh. We have had another one though. Shall we see if we can sneak in another one? Or should we do the quiz and finish? We'll do the quiz and we'll finish with the other one. So well done, Anonymous. It came from the dead colleague. Oh, I am loving this feature. These are great. Oh dear, that made me laugh. Right, so a bit of admin. This is still the same game you know and love, Answer Smash. We're going to be smashing answers. let me get it up so as we can all link, get ready and get prepared, because it might take some time. Oh dear, that made me laugh. Answer Smash 8. Here is the link to Answer Smash. So you're going to be asked to join a team. So we're going to make it a little bit. You're playing for yourself and you're also playing for a team. And it's UK and Europe versus the rest of the world. So we're pitting us against our American cousins. Or Brazilian or Portuguese or wherever you're from. You can join whatever team you want. I just thought it'd be an extra dynamic in there. So you're not going to get eliminated at any point. You're just going to get points for answering correctly. Same format. The only thing I've changed other than that is it's no longer the question part of the question is the first answer and the image is the second. It could be either. So I've mixed it up a little bit. I've just realised I've also cocked that up. Give me a minute. Okay. What about Brexit? Well, they're still European in geographical terms. Yes. Okay. Is everyone get it? I'm going to leave it a couple of minutes to give people a chance. To ask any questions or say, it's not working for me, Graham. Whoa. You don't have to say it like that. You can say it perfectly normally if you want to. Some partners may say, do you want to horse around? So I'm thinking of a fish tank as just a mating call. I mean, it's got to get to that eventually, where if the guy's feeling a little bit horny, surely all he has to say is, I think I might buy a new fish tank. That'd be awesome. I think he, and it's 100% that he's a dude. Oh dear. I think he's had to have that same conversation about buying new fish 3 times and realise it's never got a response and notice the pattern of what. Indeed. Well, we've got some fighting talk. Boots and Cat says, get ready to be answer smashed, Europe. I kind of want to play as well, rather than just be the quizmaster. This would be awesome. We have 18 players. Can I see the teams? I wonder if I can see the teams. I can see the teams. Oh, and it's even, we've got 9 players in each team as well. This is working out perfectly. So we can't even have the Americans going, oh, there was more Europeans, that's why we lost. Because I'm sure that's what you would do. But you inevitably, no, I'm not biased. I'm the fair one. It's on. Right, I think we are on. Are we ready, everybody? Just in case there's somebody waiting for me to scan the scanny thing. Here is said scanny thing. I best move my coupon out of the way. There is the scanny thing for those of you that need to scan the said scanny thing. Mandy will 100% still complaining in a whiny voice. Right, I think we're ready to go. Good luck, everybody. That's all I can say. No free answer for the first one either, so play properly. So your question is, between Saturday and Monday, and that, whatever that is. I feel like I should move myself out of the way a wee bit so you can see the pictures. Between Saturday and Monday, and that. And remember, the picture might be first, the text might be first. Sorry. I'll let the timer finish before I take the piss out of you. Americans be like, Lawn Saturday. So, the answers we've got so far. The answers are, it's a picture of grass, and the question was between Saturday and Monday. So what comes between Saturday and Monday? Sunday. And that's grass. Grass Sunday. Remembering that one answer smashes into the other. So the last letter, couple of letters of one clue will be the first letter or couple of letters of the next clue. So it's grass Sunday is the correct answer. Cut the grass. No. Sunday, that's half an answer, no points. Oh, words then picture. No, we changed it. It could be anything this week. I've been leading up to this for weeks to say it could be either that will be first from now on. Now that we're all professing, the one that made me laugh the most was Wednesday. My head's covering it, but just Wednesday. I don't know. Just going to put Wednesday. Sungrasses, yeah, that's a good one. Sunday lilies, not sure where you get that from. Touch grass, wheatgrass, no. So the correct answer was grass Sunday. So, just average Dan, 81 points. That was fast typing. Well done there. I'm not sure how we see the team's points, but the team points at the moment is the rest of the world has 256, Europe has 262. So Europe just in the lead as we move into question number 2. According to the expression, what is mightier than the sword? Yes, we're timed now, so the faster you answer, the more points you get if you're correct. There's no more elimination. I've changed everything just to make it different. So remember, you're smashing 2 answers. The answer to the question and the image that you see. Smash those 2 things together to make one word. It might not be a real word. Gunvelope, I quite like. I'm going to give you bad spelling as well. So I will continue to give you that. So whoever put Penvolpe, I'm giving you it. This one actually works both ways. The answer I was looking for is, according to the expression, what is mightier than the sword? It's pen, and that's an envelope. But it works both ways. It could be penvelope or envelopen. So I have given you, if you've gone for envelopen and penvelope, I've given you both. But I was looking for penvelope. So notelet, no clue, sorry. Wardrope, envelope. If you just put an N on the end of that, I'd have given you it. Gunvelope was one of my favourites, but it was envelope. Mysterious Error 4 takes the lead. Europeans be like penvelope. Yeah, Mandy, you don't need to capitalize your crossovers. I just do that. I do it for you. All right, question number 3. European country famous for beer, sausages, and starting wars. And that thing. What's a European country famous for beer, sausages, and starting wars? And what's that big purry cat? Is the game set up so you can narrow down where mysterious error 404s? I do want to get them. I do want to figure it out. I could go all like specifically design a game just for error 404. So that is a tiger, and a country famous for beer, sausage, and starting wars is Germany. Tiger me. Germtig, Tiger Man, Tiger Bread, Germany. All close, but no cigar. The correct answer was Tig Germany. Zenny takes the lead. Error 404 mysteriously in second place, and Lauren in the top 3 on the individual standings. But if we have a look at the team standings, Europe is currently on 1,229 points. Well, the rest of the world, I mean, they've got the whole rest of the world, only have 996 points. And I've got to say, we've now got 22 players. Europe only has 10 players, and the rest of the world have 12 players. They've only got 996. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Pick it up a bit. Question number 4. Purplish pink colour with the hex code FF00FF, sometimes called fuchsia, and that thing. Keep making up different teams that would form a Venn diagram to find them. I know. So next week it'll be men versus women. Then it'll be age groups, and then we could dial it down, I guess, on the locations. But then we're relying on error 404 to be honest and pick the right team. A purplish pink colour with the hex code FF00FF, sometimes called fuchsia. And that thing. What is it? Mega tank. It's a magenta tank. A magenta and tank. Magentank. Not a mauve tank, although that's close. It's not an answer smash. Fuchsia tank. No, magenta tank. Magentank. Zenny still in first place, ahead of Lauren, who's moved up to second, or he might have already been in second. Stevie P in third place. The team sports. Europe is on 1,447. The rest of the world, 1,274. Question number 5. Beluga, sperm, humpback, blue are some types. And that thing. That thing. Beluga, sperm, humpback, blue. Oh, that's a good wrong answer. I'm going to give you that. Whale deep state listening. Beluga, sperm, humpback, and blue are all types of whale, and that is an Alexa. Although, someone also put whale echo, because it's technically an echo. Alexa lives inside the echo device. So I've given you echo. But Whalexa is the correct answer. Alexa, how many spaces are acceptable in an answer smash? 0. That's the amount of points you get for that answer. Zenny retains top spot. What's that done for the team scores? Well, we're getting closer. Europe's on 1782 and the rest of the world are on 1666. Oh, they're not getting closer. They're getting further away. Sorry. Come on, Americans. Pull your finger out. Question number 6. An occupation undertaken for a significant period of a person's life and with opportunities for progress, and that fish. So it's not just the fish, it's the type of fish. Looks like a speaker. It is a speaker. Very specific type of speaker. Oh. I mean, there's some. It's not right, but it's good, but it's not right answers on this one. An occupation undertaken for a significant person of a person's life with opportunities for progress is an Oscar. I really have lost the ability to speak. Is a career, obviously, and that is an Oscar, so it's Oscareer. Oscar retired, I like it, but no. Jobscar, I like it, but no. Oscareria, I mean, that's not career spelt wrong, is it? That's just bad. Prostitutio Oscar. Chocolate Carrera chiclets. No. The correct answer was Oscareer. Well done, 8 people. In for a 4. To the top 3 with Stevie P and Zenny McG. And your... Oh, Europe took a bit of a battering on that one. The rest of the world are on 2,103 points. Europe are on 1,877. Come on, Europe. You need to get together. Spiritual Reefer says, I wonder who the one person that didn't know what that freshwater fish was. I'll include a marine fish in the next one, or a coral or something. Question number 7. A shallow glass or plastic dish used to culture microorganisms. And that thing. Yeah, come on, Harry. We need to pull it out here. You're letting Team Europe down if you don't know what an Oscar is. Ugh. Or are people specifically signing up for the American team and answering everything badly? I don't think that would work. A shallow glass or plastic dish used to culture microorganisms. That thing. Belly button, I like. But no. Tripod and dish. I mean, it is an answer smash. But the word dish was in that. I was actually looking for Petri and tripod. Pit tripod. Pit tripod. So I'm not going to give you tripod dish, even though that is an answer smash. It's good, but it's not right. Oh. Americans are all at the top of the table. What's going on? One Team Europe and Europe's on 2280, rest of the world on 2489. Question number 8. Hogwarts attending child wizard named Harry blank and that thing. I like it when people are obviously just panicking, going, "Oh, whatever word, later." Hogwarts attending child wizard named Harry what? And what is that? Hogwarts attending child wizard named Harry Potter. And that is a Zippo. A Zippo lighter. Indeed, but it is a Zippo. So I was looking for Zipotter. So if a couple of people only put in one T in Potter, I've given you it. That's fine. You're in the 6. Harry Potter is just Harry Potter. Flame Potter? No smashing. Remember, there has to be a smash. Zippo, oh my god. No. It is Zipotter. So Zenny's kind of running away with it tonight. 627 points. Lauren, that's what I'd like to see. European up into second place. Sorry, I'm not being very good at not being biased. And Aero 404. Don't know where they're from. That's not a Zippo, it's a Zippo style. Styles close enough. People got it. Stop complaining. What's that done to the teams? Super close. Europe is on 2537. The rest of the world is on 2569. It's only a few points in it. Only Americans call it Zippos. We call them Zippos as well, Lee. Well, that specific type of lighter we would call a Zippo. Yeah. Question 9. Root vegetable with many layers. And that thing. So I think I've mixed in a few easy ones, a few difficult ones, and just messed them around rather than trying to make it progressive. Just not making it an eliminator might make people be a bit more interested for everything. Shrek knowledge for the win, indeed. Root vegetable with many layers, and that big puri cat. That's 2 puri cats we've had. It was a lion and an onion making lion. Now someone has typed lion and onion. I feel like this is now week 8. I can't be giving away non-smashed answers. That's just lion and onion. You haven't smashed lion into onion at all. You've got them in the right order. I'll give you that. But you've neglected one of the key principles of answer smash, which is the smash part of the answer. So I'm not going to give you that one. Sorry. The correct answer is lionion. Zenny careering away into the lead. Lauren holding firm in second place. But after 9 questions, the team rankings are Team Europe, 3,154. Rest of the world, 3,102. Europe has taken a 52-point lead going into the final question. It couldn't be any closer. I'll just to prove to you all that's what's happening. So Europe 3154. Rest of the world 3102. Rest of the world has 12 players. Europe only has 10 players. I mean, come on, you're just a bit lackadaisical. Right. Question number 10, the final question. Let's see who's going to be the conqueror tonight. Question 10. Why is it not showing question 10? There you go. A purposeful, often violent, physical conflict or struggle between opposing parties ranging from hand-to-hand engagement to war. And that thing. There's a lot of reading to go on in there, sorry. A purposeful, violent, physical conflict or struggle between opposing parties ranging from hand-to-hand combat to war. Hand-to-hand engagements to war. Oh, somebody is so close. Slow readers letting the team down. I know, I hadn't planned for dyslexic accessibility of my question there. So, live answers. Purposeful, often violent physical conflict is a combat, and that is a battery. So, combattery is what I was looking for. Battle, it's not a smash. March, arge. It's good, but it's not right, as they say. Battlery, no, fisticuffs charge, and fight charge. All good answers, but not the right one. The correct one I was looking for was combattery. Which means, at the end of the trivia game, your winning players are, in third place, Just Average Dan, and 612 points in second place. Lauren, reversing the fortunes of the main quiz, and your winner tonight, in first place, Cinnamon Ginger, 723 points. But, as we all want to know, who won the team version of the game? Oh, why does that not work? Europe with 3,293 points, just pipped the rest of the world with 3,232 points. So it's like 61 points in it. Whew. That was an epic battle. Well done to Team Rest of the World. But nah, we beat you. Sorry. That's terrible of me. Well done to everyone who played. What do we think? Is that a keeper? Do you like that format? Should we try that again with possibly with the same teams or with maybe with some new teams? But congratulations, Team Europe. You did well tonight. Didn't let the side down. And that's all we can ask for. Can we see where everyone's from? Can we see where everyone's from? I wonder. Oh, yes, we can. So we can see how everyone did as well. Hang on. So if we have a look at that. So Team Europe this week was made up from the top performer in Team Europe was Lauren. 672 points. Dan was 612. The G's, Strabo, Spiritual Reefer, Lee, Mal, Lemoy, Den, even though you only scored 58 points, they were crucial. And D, who was there. And the rest of the world was made up of Zenny, Stevie P, Error 404. So we know Error 404 is not from the UK or Europe. I should probably write that down. They're going to think I'm some kind of stalker. Hang on, Error 404. I'm going to say US based. Unless they've done that on purpose. Scat, Applegal, Elaine, Craig Rutherford, and Brian says Rehome Graham, all scoring points for Team US or Team not UK. Yeah, you had 4 players that didn't score points, whereas we only had 1 player that didn't score points. So I guess that's what made up the difference. But well done, everybody. Hulk Smash, Delicious, NQ. Oh, you had 2 people, the same person. And neither of them scored points. Oh, unlucky. Error 404, we're after you. Next week, we all pick a state in the USA, and then we can all be in a state. And oh, right, okay. Yeah, we could try that. Better than the eliminated. Good. I liked it. I just thought introducing a bit of a team game, it's a little bit of a different dynamic, which I thought would be quite good. Maybe you can have more than one team as well. We can have multiple teams, so we could have lots of things. We could even try a team version of the main quiz as well, because it doesn't hurt the quiz. You just play as if you're playing anyway, and then we can do the teams on top. So feedback always welcome. Jump onto the Discord and let me know what you think. If you've got any other ideas or anything you'd like to try or any suggestions, we can all try those. Rutherford says my brain is hurting. I can't grasp the concept. So there's 2 questions in every question, a text version and a picture version. They will both give you an answer. Those answers have to be smashed. The last few letters of one of the answers is the first few letters of the next answer. Smash. If you haven't got it by week 8, you're probably not going to get it, and just have fun playing along. That's all I can say. I think we had one more confession, didn't we? Somebody said they had another confession. Let's see. Yes, there is indeed one more confession. Right. Final confession for the evening. I do this all the time in case I want to clip these for shorts, but this is the Fishkeeping Confession Booth, where you can let me know your confessions and we as a community can judge you nicely as to whether or not we think you deserve absolution. I'm going to start a poll to say absolve or not. Listen to the... That's going to say a word that's kind of like absolve, because I can't spell. Listen to the confession before you make your decision, but I ask you some questions and give you a chance to be anonymous or not, but this one is not from an anonymous person. This is from NQ Keeping Fish Easy. First question is, what is your fish keeping confession? They said, my mum would give me money for lunch at school, but I saved it up, so when I got to the fish shop, I had like $100.
Oh, my balls.
I was trying to be all serious there, and then we got all my balls in the middle of it. Thank you. Thank you, whoever that was. Then we'll try that again. Edit this out, editor Graham. My mum would give me money for lunch at school, but I saved it up, so when I got to the fish shop, I had like $100 to spend. And she asked me where I got the money from, and I said I found it. And a week later, she found out. How much money are you getting for your school lunch? That's the entirety of the confession. So NQ keeping fish easy has saved up the lunch money to spend at the fish shop. Looking back, did you learn anything? She makes me pack my lunchbox now, but the money I find, I spend at the fish shop. Do you seek absolution? Please absolve me. So they do want absolution. That's barely a confession, NQ. That's almost really nice and cute of saving up your money.
Oh, my balls.
Oh, my balls. I was trying to have a nice moment there. Oh, my balls. But thank you. It's a really nice thing to do, saving up your money. That's what I used to do that when I was at school. If I got lunch money, I'd save it up and spend it on something else, and I would beg, borrow, and steal something for lunch, or I would just take stuff from home and make my own lunches. And yeah, my kids do it now. When I give them money for lunch, they never spend it on lunch. So please absolve me. I think that should be absolved. Your mum probably wanted you to spend it on food. If you are suffering from some kind of eating disorder, then this has got serious very fast. It's not to be absolved. I think this is fairly 50-50. You've not done a horrible thing. You haven't profited from the death of a colleague. You haven't used your sexual wiles to elicit free fish or corals. What was the other one we had tonight? I forget what the last one was, but you know. Lauren with the £5 super chat. Thank you very much. Great stream tonight. Here's to the new improved mega tank. Thank you. And Dan just to say, oh my balls. Thank you very much. Aquarium Delirium says, I'm saying no absolution as he let the world down twice. Applegal says, they saved the money. A good lesson in saving is a good thing indeed. Mandy says, and yet this is the one that is 50-50 on the absolution. It is as well. 56 people saying yes, 44 people saying no. Why are you saying no? People that are saying no, why are you saying no? Dan says, I save my money to buy sweets and sell them at school to make more money. My son does that as well. He had quite the little enterprise going where he was selling like 3D prints and buying big massive bags of sweets and selling them off piecemeal to everybody at school. Applegal says, I remember getting a toonie for lunch. What's a toonie? That's a word I'm not familiar with. Can't get much for it now. I was on free school dinner, so I made do with a fish finger in a cup. When I was at school, I'm just thinking about this. I can't remember if I was on free school dinners or not. I don't think I was. I might have been at primary school. I think we might have just got free school dinners. But in high school, I don't even know if there was a canteen. When I was in high school, this might be a Glasgow thing. We had 2 vans that came into the playground at high school. I'm really trying to think if there was an actual cafeteria. I just don't think there was. So we had 2 vans, and they were like ice cream vans, kind of thing. And one of them was a proper ice cream van. So I don't know if you get them in the rest of the world. If you don't know what an ice cream van is, But they would come in and they would just sell sweets, ice creams, all that kind of stuff. But you could also buy single cigarettes at a school. So, and I think it was like 20p for a cigarette. Literally in the middle of the playground in school, you could buy singles. And the other van was like a food van, and they sold bridies, which are like a Scottish version of a pasty, maybe, and Scotch pies. Exclusively. That was it. You could get a bridie, you could get a Scotch pie, you could get a bridie in a roll, you could get a Scotch pie in a roll. They were your options. So, for lunch, every day, I had a roll and pie. And I would have had to pay with that with cash that I would have got off my mom and dad. But yeah, I can't offhand think of... And I wasn't like in a... This wasn't a totally deprived area, this school, or anything like that. The school had a swimming pool. It had its own swimming pool. But I don't think it had a cafeteria. That's weird to me now, thinking back. Right. We're going to end the poll now. He has been absolved. Well done. You have been absolved. You haven't done a huge and terrible thing. If anything, you've learned the value of money and saving. So it's all good. We said no because you kind of stopped at the first sentence and it seemed like that was it. You just took the fish money. Manipulating your girlfriend for favours, that's totally cool, but saving your money straight to it is a bit like that, isn't it? Even the person that said that was like, I don't know if this is morally alright, but I love it. Oh no, that was the other one, wasn't it? Yeah. Where he's not manipulating his wife, he was just benefiting. It's a $2 coin with a picture of a loon on it. Oh, a toonie. Okay, that makes sense. Using the death of a colleague. Flirting for a discount. Lying to your nan. Saving money off your mum. No. Oh, dear. Did I miss the quiz? No, Error 404, you didn't. I like your tactic there, Mal. That's nice. We got a bun and milk in primary school, and secondary you bought your own. Yeah. I remember kids selling cigarettes at school and never bought... Yeah, I remember that as well. That definitely happened. Nowadays it's prime and a vape for lunch. Rutherford went to the fish auction. Oh my god, spent an absolute fortune. Came home with 30 shrimp, 15 fish, and 12 plants. Bidding on everything like a man possessed. That's what we like. You should come to our auction as well then. Right, we've made it. We've made it to the end. Only one working light. Although I think I've had enough super chats to purchase a new light. I've enjoyed it, people. I think it's been fantastic. Hopefully you enjoyed the new quiz format. I like the confessions. Keep them coming. If you're in any fishy Discords, fishy Facebook groups, fishy whatevers, share the confessions link. I'd like to hear more of these. I do like being surprised by them. It's really funny. Yeah, I think we're done for the... Oh no, I meant to tell you about my mega tank that I haven't told you about. So, very quickly. I mean, it's not hugely amazing. My plan, in as much as it is the main thing I was struggling with is what I'm going to do with all the fish, because I can't keep them all together in one tank because Brian's a dickhead. So, I have been testing the ice bath thing I was using as a temporary tank with some goldfish that I've been running for just over a week in that, and they're all fine. So I don't think it's a leaching problem, or if it was a leaching problem, it's now leached and it's fine. So I think I've got that to use as I want, but I'm going to use that as a plan B. The plan A is Brian is going to move upstairs when it gets a bit warmer and live in my house tank. So I've got a 5-foot tank in the hallway upstairs that's currently got goldfish in it. I'm going to take the goldfish, put them in the pond when it gets warm enough to move fish. Ryan's going to go and live in that tank, and then all the fish that are in mega tank are going to live in this tank because they all cohabit quite well together. So I'll have the majority of the big fish in here in the 7-foot tank cohabiting. Ryan will move upstairs temporarily. He's going to come back down, don't worry, and live up there. That'll let me have time, because the biggest problem I had was time to break down that tank, clear it out, take off the glass, clean the glass, because it's going to be a proper ball ache to sort that out. So Mega Tank 1 is going to be broken down completely. I'm going to skip all the wood, keep the glass, and then I'm going to build a 12-foot Mega Tank 1, Mega Tank 1.1. I'm going to build it on the floor. So it's going to have a slight raise off the floor, just so as I can get some insulation underneath it, so as I can keep it nice and warm. But it's going to be slammed to the deck. Kind of had some feelings about that, because lots of people were like, oh, don't put it too low down because it spoils your viewing angle, it does this. I think that's going to work best for me, because then on top of that, I'm going to make it 12 foot by 3 foot by maybe 2.5 foot, or maybe something along those lines. So it should come up to about 3 foot tops. On top of that, I'm going to try and build some kind of track system, so I can have a shelf running that entire 12 feet. It might be 3 shelves or 4 feet each, but a shelf that can have lots of smaller tanks that can then slide backwards and forwards over the top of Mega Tank. So Mega Tank will be kind of open. So if I push all the tanks back, it'll be kind of open. I can get in, I can do things, I can put fish in, I can take fish out. But when I'm not needing to get into the tank, I can move all the tanks forward a bit so as it looks like a wall of tanks. And I think that'll be quite an efficient use of space, because then I won't have to have a big massive gap so as I can get into Mega Tanks. I can just move the tanks back and get in if I need to get in, get nets in, do all those kind of things. And then I can have my breeding tanks, my stock tanks, my whatever they are tanks, whatever I want to do. It leaves my options open as to whether I want to have it as a kind of shop to open, or to do a discus breeding project, or just whatever it is I've got to do. I've got 12-foot space of whatever I want in terms of tanks, and I can build that strong enough, I think, on some kind of sliding shelf. I might have to split it into different bits, but I think that would work quite well. So I also kind of had an idea that somebody suggested, why don't you do an L-shaped tank? So I can go 12 feet that way and 4 feet that way. But I think the radiator and all the kind of stuff, that might not be quite the use of tanks. So that's the idea for that bit. Because I'm moving another foot out that way, it kind of gives me more space in the middle as well. So I might even be able to do some kind of shelving or racking in the middle for more storage of stuff, or even some kind of peninsula tank. Who knows? That's what I'm thinking of. So sorry about that. I know I said I was going to mention that an hour ago and just dropped that in. Oh, so good night, everyone. Oh, do one more thing. By all means, join the Discord server and tell me, you're an idiot, you haven't thought about this. How high is the glass in Mega Tank? It is... I can't remember. It's not quite 3 feet. It's like... I could probably find the order, in fact. I have a tape measure. I think it's 80 centimeters. Do not rehome Brian. I'm not going to rehome Brian. Don't worry. He's going to be potentially rehomed temporarily. You should have studied to be an engineer. I mean, this might be a folly, and I could be documenting why I'm not an engineer and how I've got this wrong. Would the smaller tanks weight be an issue? Potentially, but I also think no. I think if I break up so the way I would structure it is, you know how every time I build a mega tank, everyone goes, "Oh, you need to put braces in because the pressure will be too," and I always say I was always going to put braces in. The braces on the top would also be the base of the tanks above. So I would be putting in more bracing, which would support more of them. So they might need to be thicker braces than I would normally use, but they should be plenty to hold the size of tanks that we're talking about. So hopefully it won't be an issue, but I have done some calculations and it kind of works out. The shells could be plant storage. Yep, they could be. Thinking about that. Definitely reuse. I'm definitely going to reuse the glass because the glass is the main bit of the expense because that's the most expensive part usually. Time to contact liquid rubber. I don't think it is. Nothing wrong with liquid rubber, but I think I want to try something different. The same sort of stuff, but rather than using liquid rubber, just using generic fiberglass and top coat and see if that does the same sort of thing. So we should be okay. I mean, if liquid rubber want to work with me, I'm more than happy to. So if they reach out, but the last time I worked with them, it ended up costing me almost as much. It potentially even cost me more to get free liquid rubber from Liquid Rubber in Canada than it did for me to buy liquid rubber from Amazon or something like that. So, I mean, I'd be happy to work with them, but it would need to be worth my while for me to work with them. Otherwise, I may as well just buy it myself. But I have no problems using liquid rubber because I'm more than happy with it. Another curveball that I got was we have a big tank manufacturer in the UK here called ND Aquatics who build custom tanks for people. And the guy that runs that phoned me up this week and said, "Hi Graham, I watched your videos. Would you like a free tank? I see your mega tank's leaking. What if we build you one? We'll send it to you free." I was a bit like, what? Really? He's like, yeah, we've watching your tanks, watching your stuff for ages. Happy to send you a free tank. I was a bit like, unfortunately, I can't take a massive tank from someone because I can't get it in here. If I was to get it in, I'd have to take down a wall to move in an actual glass tank. And as much as I would love to, I love free shit as much as the next man. As much as I would love to do that, I think it would be better content to me make it myself. So I'm trying to think of a way to work with ND to get, because the fact that they came to me and offered me a free tank rather than me asking them and begging, I'd love to work with them and promote them if I can in some kind of way. So we might do something in the future. I will definitely keep that. Dan says, "I'll take it." Yeah, I bet you would. Well, maybe we could. I don't know. Maybe if we can video the install or something like that, maybe that would work as well. But so that was another option, but it would just mean I would have to take down the garage wall to get the tank in here, which is never going to work. So I'm definitely looking forward to doing some kind of collaboration with the ND Aquatics, because they've got quite a good reputation as well. So I don't think it would be a bad thing. Maybe they could assemble it on site. Maybe. But yeah, as Abigail's saying, they build a tank and you tour the facilities. That's what I was kind of thinking of, was they make me a tank, I film the progress of them making the tank and receiving the tank, and that's the video, and everyone's happy. So maybe we'll think about that. Maybe they sell you the pieces and you set it up. Yeah, if they give me the glass, then they might not want to be associated with this idiot building a fish tank. What was the name of the company again? Give them lots of press. ND Aquatics, yes. I mean, they're quite a big deal in the UK. They're one of the bigger custom tank builders. So I hope I can figure out something to do to work with them. But it needs to be, I don't want to just go, "Oh, give me free stuff," and I can't use it. It needs to be something that works for me as much as for them, because they don't. These tanks are not cheap. When you get them to these big sizes, they're not cheap. So I would want to make it worth the while for them. So it needs to be a good video as well. Otherwise, I feel that I'd be letting them down. So, but I'm sure we'll figure out something. I learned how to build a tank properly. That could be it. Right. This time, though, now that I've let you know what my plans are, I'm going to say good evening to all of you. Thank you very much to everyone who dropped off a super chat. That was more than generous. Super not required, but super appreciated as well. Next week, I might even have a working light on this side, so as this half of my face isn't entirely black. Thank you for joining me, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the quizzes. I certainly enjoyed the quizzes and hanging out with you guys. Until next time, we'll see you same time next week, probably. Have a good weekend, everybody. Get up to lots of trouble, and we'll see you next time when I eventually find the button that ends this, wherever it is. It used to be called end, and there it is. Thank you, bye!